Support for Fashion Neurosis comes from Neiman Marcus. Our favourite holiday fables are full of fantasy and magic, and the same can be said for our favourite wardrobe pieces. So this holiday season you can bestow a bit of that magic to the special people in your life with exceptional gifts from Neiman Marcus. From elegant stocking stuffers to statement bags made for celebration to their legendary list of fantasy gifts, Neiman Marcus has something extraordinary for everyone, and their style advisors can guide you, making the search for the perfect gift at every price point totally effortless. Head to Neiman Marcus for a truly unforgettable holiday. Hi, come in. Welcome to Fashion Neurosis, Rosalía.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Can you tell me what you're wearing today and why you chose these particular clothes?
Today I'm wearing a black cardigan that I've had for years, and I'm wearing this black skirt and these Alexander McQueen shoes that they have this cross como si fueran un rosario en ellas. And I've decided to wear this because I think I wanted today my energy and expression to be on the forefront. And some days I think that I want my clothes to speak for me. And today I wanted to find the words myself. And I feel like clothes can be like a spell. They have that power. I feel like, you know, sometimes clothes, they have that power that they can change the way your day is gonna be. They can dictate how your day is gonna be. And I think that when you make the decision of wearing a certain thing, that can change the way your day is. And I think that today I just wanted to make myself available for this conversation and for words to be more important than what I wear. And I think that this cardigan helps me think and it helps me speak, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make real sense. I think a good outfit can kind of facilitate your intelligence because it doesn't distract you from your thoughts.
Right.
And so what you've described is such a perfect way of like anticipating how you want, what you want to enhance.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, because clothes sometimes, depending the outfit, it can make something happen or not happen. It can take you somewhere. It can stop you from going somewhere. Like there are shoes that I've worn that literally they've took me back home right away. And maybe subconsciously I just didn't want it to go in first place. So yeah, I try to be conscious of what I choose to wear every morning.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
And you're a multi-award-winning musician, and you have created this new genre of music, which yeah, I mean, it's devoured by your fans all over the world. And you described that when you're writing, you sometimes feel so sick you have to lie down. And
Yes.
I wondered, is that to do with the intensity of your expectation?
Definitely. I'm sure it does. And actually, I think the best result that I get it's writing. It's laying just as I am right now. And I was wondering, it's pretty funny that we're doing it like this because I wonder if we will get good results in a conversation like this as much as I get when I write like this. Because usually I write with a pillow
Really?
on my yes, with a pillow on my head, resting my head in a pillow. Then I have my computer in my belly. Then I basically just write like this. Ta, 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 ta.
Gosh.
And it helps me relax, because otherwise I think that I find it pretty hard to just be on a table and a chair trying to create. It's too formal. It's too, there's too much maybe anticipation there, you know? While when I'm just laying, it's like, okay, nothing needs to happen. And then maybe something happens, you know?
It's interesting how certain positions kind of free your system to
Yes.
kind of explore a little bit, and then you just
100%.
note them down when those things come up.
Yes, yes. And it helps me kind of shut down a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is necessary if you want something to come to you. If you want to be a vessel, I think that you need to kind of erase yourself a little bit. And I love that state of about to fall asleep.
Yeah.
The state of about to fall asleep, it's the most relaxed one. Sometimes when I'm about to fall asleep at night, it's when ideas come. So I try to find that during the day as much as I
Yeah.
can.
That's so interesting.
And I feel tired also when I write. I feel really tired. I feel there's exhaustion. And I think that laying helps me be less exhausted, if that makes any sense.
I think it's so interesting, this thing of letting a part of yourself switch off in order, or even suppressing something in order to allow something else to come up. And I was reading that you took part in a talent contest when you were 15, which I was such a kind of courageous thing to do, and I wondered where you go to draw on that kind of that courage, the courage to dare to try something like that. I mean, it was a huge success, but
I think that I always wanted to be a performer since I was very young. I've always had the desire, I think, to share and love and be loved and see and be seen. And I think that when I was young, I wanted to do that, just being on stage, and I had no idea how that could happen. How could I do it in a big dimension also, because I really enjoy when extreme situations and the extremes. So I find beauty in singing for 5 people, but I also find so much beauty in singing for thousands. And I think that I wanted to open that door, and I didn't know how can you do it? I basically just found that there was this program, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do this casting, and I'm gonna sing this song that I've been hearing, and I'm just gonna do this, and fuck it. And I did it, and it helped me realize that I needed to study so much, study music and study the classics and read, and I wanted to actually write what I sing and explain stories and be a channel to explain stories and choose what stories I was going to explain. And so basically it was just a journey, a huge journey of understanding what it means to be a performer and a musician and a writer, and how much this has been changing through years. The more I change, the more I grow, the more that idea changes with me. And I'm grateful for that.
because the writing seems such a key part of your work, and the way you use language is so complex and so kind of remarkable. You know, you throw out these contradictions which are really thrilling, you know, to listen to, especially, you know, with your new album, and the languages you use, but the words you choose. And I found that very touching, because I'm interested in language, and I've been obsessed with language as a kind of tool of power when you're a young girl, especially, and you have no physical power, but you have the power of your words. And there was something that really that was so affecting, reading all the lyrics.
Thank you for saying that, because I'm fascinated by music and sounds, but I also have lots of love for words. And I think that a lot of times when I've made albums, I think that albums were the excuse to use words, but I think that in this case it's the opposite. And I think that I decided to make an album from the love for words. And I dedicated just 1 year of reading and writing, just reading and writing. And isolation, lots of isolation, and just, ¿cómo se diría? Ponerme al servicio, putting myself in service of that, of just the writing.
Wow.
And there are maybe things that I've said in this album that I didn't allow myself to say before. And I think I find something so, ¿cómo se dice? I find pleasure in contrast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that there's some of that in the project too.
Yeah, it really comes through. It's very exciting.
Thank you. I'm glad that you like it.
I love it.
It makes me happy.
And were you obsessed with certain clothes as a child?
Oh, yes. I loved crazy colors, colorful outfits. ¿Cómo se dice? Pelos.
Fur.
Like anything that had chi, like puffiness and volume, and anything that occupied space. I think I've always liked that a lot. I definitely was obsessed with my mom's coat, this green coat. She had this long green coat that it wasn't that agradable to touch. It was not so agradable. But the color, that was like such a vibrant green, like olive kind of. And I remember my mom wearing this super long, blonde, curly hair with her coat, and it would look so amazing. And I remember I would get obsessed with things that other people would wear, like the women in my life, I think. That I remember so much my sister wearing this super short mini skirt, the cuadros como escoceses, and these boxer boots. And she was the coolest.
Wow.
She was the coolest. There was nobody else in our little town that would wear things like that. And she was the coolest. And then my grandma, she would wear scarves and you know, pañuelos de seda and gold rings and long nails.
Gosh.
Yeah, so like the women in my life, they always put me in fashion.
Yeah.
Into fashion. You know, like the love I have for fashion, it probably is thanks to them a lot. It has to do with them. If I wasn't a musician, if I wasn't a woman who grew up with these women too, maybe I think that I would do such a different thing, and I probably wouldn't have developed the love that I have for fashion.
It's great to have those role models who show you how to wear things, especially going off, you know, out of convention.
Yeah.
And
absolutely
being able to kind of go beyond people's judgment of you.
Yes. They show you that there's possibilities. Like I love when somebody, an artist, a person, whoever, just shows you that there's alternatives or ways or possibilities different than what we are used to.
Yeah.
I admire always that.
And how did you manage your transition from girl to woman?
That's such a great question. Nobody has ever asked me that. I think it was, I don't know if I can mark it on a specific moment, but I definitely remember when I was 28, something started to shift. I remember starting to care less about male attention and starting to care less about what I was actually wearing or what other person would think, if that makes sense. So I would start expressing myself more through what it actually gives me satisfaction. And I thought that that was such a different way of being in the world, and I started feeling more of a woman than a girl, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
When I started caring more about how do I feel instead of how am I perceived.
Yeah. I feel like those journeys are so connected to one's mother as well. And I found that transition quite stilted because my mother didn't guide me really.
Right.
And I think it sounds like you have a great relationship with your mother, and it's an important sort of
Figura.
yeah, and also these very small, I think being noticed really as you grow into your womanhood is the kind of reassurance to then like explode into it and enjoy it.
Like you mean being seen or being guided?
Yeah.
Is there any way that to be guided really to that? Because the way somebody becomes an adult, fully an adult, it's such a internal thing that I don't know, like if somebody can really guide you through it. I'm like, it's interesting. I'm interested in if you think that that's possible. Like I wonder if it is. I would love to know, because if one day if I'm a mother, which I really hope so, I would love to know how to do that. I definitely remember that I would rebel a little bit against how much my mom was always so poised, like so like ready for the day, in a way where it was like almost annoying how how good she always looked, how amazing her makeup was, always so on point, and the hair and the this and the that and the heel and the everything. And I was like, wait, but you still have so much value, and you still are so amazing if you don't do that, you know? So be a little bit like, fuck it, I can be amazing even if I don't put my hair straight every day, or I don't do this and that. Like my value, it's beyond it. And yeah, I think that I had a phase of that also when I was about to become 30, I think.
Yeah, it's a real turning point, 30. It feels...
Yes.
I always remember thinking, I'll be so old when I'm 30, but it was only realised that when I turned 30, how young I was, and I suddenly thought, oh my God, this is great, this 30, you know?
yeah.
20 is so loaded with kind of these awful kind of achievements that you're supposed to have made, but
Yes.
in your case, you actually have made them, so it's pretty incredible.
But in the end, though, at the end of the 20s, like I feel like it, if we value it as, you know, what people consider as success or whatever, I feel like, yeah, some came on the end of my 20s, but I think that my confidence and how I, ¿cómo se dice? Como how I exist in the world, it's much better now in my 30s.
Yeah, yeah.
Much
It's
better.
relaxing, and it is so young, and it's wonderful because you have this experience
Yeah.
of life, and you.
Yes.
I feel like it's possible to enjoy it more.
Yeah, 100%. And I like a lot that you talk about 30s as a moment of youth, because nowadays I think it's so usual to see how much value people put in teenage years or the 20s, as if that's like the best moment and the youth, the real youth. When what is youth, no? And I like that you extend it to 30s or maybe even more. And
It goes on.
yeah, yeah.
Support from Fashion Neurosis comes from Neiman Marcus. The holidays are approaching, and you can let the special people in your life know just how special they are with a gift from Neiman Marcus. Even if you have someone who's particularly hard to shop for, Neiman Marcus has lots of categories to help fulfill the perfect gift, like gourmet goodies, covetable it bags, elegant timepieces, stunning jewellery, a legendary list of fantasy gifts full of unique, whimsical items, and much, much more. And when you gift someone a new wardrobe piece, you're letting them know that you see them, that you understand what they cherish and feel truly great wearing. If you need a bit of help, you don't need to worry, because Neiman Marcus has style advisors who can guide you and make the search for the perfect gift at every price point feel effortless. This holiday season, you can explore a wide range of unique, unforgettable gifts from Neiman Marcus and find something special for each person on your gift list. And do you think hang-ups and insecurities about our bodies can be catalysts for coming up with a new look, like a different look?
Insecurities in the body. I think that actually anything can be an excuse. Anything can be a catalyst for expression. That's why I think that either something that you consider a strength or something that you consider a weakness, both can catalizar, both can be the starting, not the starting point, but maybe, yeah, the excuse that you use to do something, to build something, or to destroy something. Or, yeah, I think that in my case, through years, I've been going to the gym a lot, and sometimes more than I needed, sometimes less than I needed. And I think it's been because I find that my body is an instrument to communicate. It's an instrument and instrumentista. Soy instrumento y instrumentista a la vez.
Right, you're the...
I'm the violin and who plays the violin.
And
yeah, and that has taken me to different places, and I think that I'm grateful that it's the case, because I learned through years how to push less my instrument and use it with more love, and learn how my instrument can be más afinado, más temperado, se dice, más in a better place.
Refined.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I love that word. Yes.
Yeah.
Sí.
Because you often refer to how someone moves, and it's as though you're attuned to think with your body. And is there a garment someone wears that draws your attention to this?
I think that what draws my attention since I was young, it's the rock star look. Because
So
at home,
good.
yes,
I love that.
Yes, because in my family they would play a lot of rock music, right? So I would know that it's the weekend because they would play music. During the week, there would be no music at home. But then I knew it's Saturday, Sunday because of it. And there would always be like CDs of Janis Joplin and Prince and Freddie Mercury, you know, and like all these amazing, or Mick Jagger, like my mom was obsessed with him. And his mouth and his outfits, his pants, tight pants, and these volumes here. And I just found it, or Lenny Kravitz.
God, yeah, I love the way he
What?
dresses.
That's the best.
I know.
That's the best. Like this man, I found so much courage in the way he styles himself, and I love the way he does it. And there's something irreverent in the rock star look, and that occupies a space, and that can be like flamboyant and fun, and I really like that. It draws my attention a lot. And sometimes when I don't feel strong enough, a look like that can make me feel strong again. So definitely I find there's power in it.
Because you trained in flamenco, which is a very serious discipline, and it has also the air of being the most sexual dance. And I wondered if it influences your romantic love, the whole restraint and the intensity of it.
Oh, wow. I mean, I think that there's so much passion in flamenco and in that culture, in that way also of, like some flamenco artists, they say that flamenco, it's a way of living. It's culture, right? So there's passion in that way of dancing, in como taconear, in like just stamp, you call it? Stamp the floor?
Yeah.
Stamping the floor. There's a rage in it. There's a lot of rage. There's a lot of, ¿cuál es la palabra? Quejarse, queja, and complain. There's a lot of complain, and there's a lot of desdén también, and playfulness, and tragedy, and fragility and strength at the same time. There's all of it. Like, it feels to me like flamenco is the most complete human expression that could exist. That's a very personal opinion, of course, but because it has it all.
Yeah.
Like the whole human experience is condensed in that music and in that dance and in that culture. And that's why it's so beautiful, it's so rich, because so many cultures, they came together, they found each other, then it exploded into this. And it's a music and it's a culture that shows that merge, that mix. And I think that in my life, in my romantic life, I definitely think that I always lo abordo with that passion. It's a lot of intensity, a lot of wanting to give to the other and wanting to receive, but I'm also always very scared, I think, of the human interaction in terms of like love and fully showing yourself and fully receiving the other. So even if I'm so excited about it, I also found it extremely scary.
Yeah. It seems the kind of ultimate revealing of yourself to be engaged in that dance, wherever it is, whether it's in a relationship or on a stage. It's so raw and so sort of ecstatic.
Yes.
I remember going to see Paco de Lucia, like when I was a teenager or something, doing Carmen, here at the Sadler's Wells, and I was kind of slightly obsessed when I was young.
Yes, I don't blame you.
It's so good.
Yeah, I wish I would have seen Camarón. Camarón, it's my obsession. Like, he's my favorite artist of all time.
Right.
And they would play together. And whoever has seen these two play together, I think they are the luckiest people in the world.
Wow.
I would have loved to.
I read that you said you have an appetite for risk, and I wondered what risk means to you.
What risk means? Maybe risk is when you don't know what the outcome is going to be, when you stop controlling. Risk is surrender also. I think that risk is so connected to surrender. I think that the times that I've risked the most is the times that I've abandoned myself to the situation or the experience. And I find also like risk as something that has to do with fun. And something I don't always allow myself to experience. And because I think that I'm a control freak. And, and I think that's why I think that I like also to take risks, because it takes me to the opposite place where I naturally would live in. I would naturally live in the control, where I know what the outcome is. And I think that as a human, I learn much more and I push much more when I'm in the other side. And I chose this work. I chose to be a musician and an artist, I think because that's what makes me always have to take risk. I don't know how to make music in another way. Like, I wish that I would be content with just making songs and not, I don't know, making a song over and over the same song. There's like musicians that they do that and it seems that they are satisfied with that. And I can't find satisfaction in that at all. And that would be actually my biggest nightmare, to make the same song over and over. But maybe I'm lying, and maybe I'm always doing the same song over and over, just with different codes in different ways, but I'm actually repeating the same shit over and over, because some people say that artists have obsessions, people have obsessions. No, we do have obsessions, we all do. And maybe those are the leitmotifs that, that we are always, our life siempre como gira alrededor, nuestra vida gira alrededor de los mismos temas, the same themes and the same questions. And maybe we never find the answer, and that's okay.
Well, you seem to be pushing the boundaries in a way that everyone's responding to with a lot of excitement and delight. And I think it's good to have the sort of things that we know we love, because they spark off the new ideas. So sometimes when I think if I strand myself trying to find something new and go too far from what's like the two wires going together that spark something, now I'm older, I have more confidence in my methods, but you're definitely not repeating yourself, Rosalía. To me, anyway.
Okay, so there's hope. There's hope.
Well, I hardly think that needs to be your worry at this moment with this amazing piece of work you've just made. And in your photographs, you have this kind of ravishing old master's piety about your poses. And do you look at paintings for ideas? Because in the pictures I've looked at you, there's quite a lot of light catching, like in Vermeer or in Caravaggio, where there's these beautiful kind of attention to like the element of purity and also very sensuous.
I think, the only thing that I can actually put on the table when I'm being photographed, if that's what you're referring to, like the pictures, I think that the only thing that I can really put on the table is the poses and the energy. So I think though that I'm passionate about movies and fotografía a lot, and I try to collaborate with people that they seem to have a point of view. They seem to have stories to explain.
Yeah.
Like they seem to be excited to explain things and not just capture something, which is nice also. But if there's something pictorial in pictures that you've seen, maybe it's because I've been lucky to be shot by amazing artists, and I love la pintura, and definitely there's a lot of poses that I might have I might have done that are from a painting that I have seen or sculpture that I have seen, but maybe it's also from studying Naomi and studying Kate and studying the greatest. How do they do it when they are in front of the camera, and they do it so effortless and gracefully. And I love how Naomi walks, for example. I can't wait for one day to see her again and be like, Naomi, can you please, because I know her from just a couple of times that we've seen each other quickly, and I just can't wait to ask her to teach me. Like, I really would love to just learn how to walk in the way that she does it. And I think that everything, it's like there's abecedarios, alphabets, there's abecedarios, A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
Oh yeah, an
everything.
alphabet. Yes, yes.
And I would love to learn that one.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to. I feel like I want to be a student of everything. And that's one of the things that through years I feel like I've been able to experiment with it, but not study it all the way. And I would love to study it. I know that some people think they kind of like they kind of like, ¿cómo se dice? Infravaloran, they underestimate model's job.
Yeah, I agree. It's
And I think that that's so dumb,
Yeah.
because there's such an art in master your energy and tus corporalidades. There's so much magic in that, and I love how Chloe Sevigny explains stories with her face and body, and with her styling too. And like, I think that there's so much beauty to be done in that field. And some people think that models, they just stand there and leave, and it's so difficult probably to be a model and be always cold, or always feel like freezing and like go through all the shit that they have to go through.
They are great artists, those. I
Yeah.
mean, Kate and Naomi they're just phenomenons. They are just, and that walk you describe of Naomi's, it's just electrifying.
Yes.
It's just, everyone goes still and is completely transfixed.
Yes.
And Kate, when she talked about her body being a vehicle for people's ideas to project on. It was such an interesting,
wow.
this similar thing to that you said. It's such an interesting notion that is how you enact your sort of genius, by being I suppose it's a form of performance, isn't it? It's yeah.
And you become a mirror.
Yeah.
You become a mirror. I think that the greatest thing that can happen as an artist is that you erase yourself, and that you disappear, and that you become the mirror or the vessel, or whatever you have to become in order for people to find in your expression, or in whatever you're sharing, whatever they needed to find. I don't like when people ask you, oh, what did you wanted to say with this, or in specifics, or what do you expect people to feel? Like, what? As if you could like prepare a specific thing for them to feel, or you could have any decision in what is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to maybe just follow an urgency.
That's great.
And then share that, materialize that, and then have the courage to share it. And then what else is there to be done? I don't think that there's much more to be done than that.
Yeah, well, that's everything. Like when you described letting go of the outcome, that's when the kind of chemistry takes place. You made an interesting observation. You said, in a cubist painting, which part do you choose? Like, was that to illustrate the absurdity of reducing so much into one thing? And
Yes.
I was thinking, which Spanish artist do you find has the most duende?
Oh, that question is difficult. It depends on the field, right? But even if we're just speaking about painters, I think that Picasso has as much duende as Dali or Gala Dali. So it's hard to choose, but I think that Picasso had something different. Yeah, like it was very raw. I like that, and I admire also the commitment in the different phases, right? In las diferentes etapas. I like when somebody decides that they are going through a phase, and that's what they're doing, and they get obsessed with it, and they, with a color, with a, whatever it is, and then they just let themselves get lost in that. But Dali, I also love, how spiritual some Dali paintings can be, and or how like bizarre also they could be, and yeah, it's hard for me to choose. I really like Lorca too.
Yeah.
I really like Lorca.
Yeah, Picasso just never stops shocking you with his brilliance and his surprises and how moving everything is. I just love seeing more and more of his work.
How amazing. Oh, sorry.
No, he just seems to be like everything about Spain that has so much imagination and scope and integrity. Support for fashion neurosis comes from Neiman Marcus. Gourmet treats, coveted it bags, elegant timepieces, stunning jewellery and much, much more. That's just the beginning of the incredible gifts you can find at Neiman Marcus this holiday season. Browse their legendary annual list of fantasy gifts, full of one-of-a-kind items that surpass expectations. You know I love when a gift has a little fantasy stitched into it. The holidays are the time to lean into that. For my loved ones, I like to choose something beautifully made that feels a touch surreal, but utterly them. I'm drawn to pieces that tell a story the moment you open the box. A sculptural evening bag, a hand-finished knit you'll wear for years, or luminous object for the home that changes the room's mood. I look for texture, silhouette, and one small surprise, a whimsical clasp, a luxurious lining, so each time they use it they feel delighted and think of you. One of my most loved gifts was a pair of cool sunglasses from my best friend. I love wearing them because it reminds me of them. This holiday season you can explore a wide range of unique and splendid gifts from Neiman Marcus for a truly unforgettable holiday. You're able to create these huge artistic concepts for your work and your music. And when I was listening to your new album and how enormous it is and how much there is, and I was thinking about generals in like novels like about war, like Les Miserables, and these generals who have this huge military plan in their heads, and it's vast, and they haven't even seen all the land. It's all on maps, and it's like it almost like you holding this huge thing in your head. And I wondered if you had a heroic figure in art or literature who you refer to sometimes when you're thinking that big.
Who would it be?
Maybe you don't need one, it's you. You're doing it so successfully.
I gotta say that there's definitely so many artists that are inspiring, like Patti Smith or Marina Abramovic or like Pina Bausch or like there's so many like great women. Kate Bush.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a woman being able to produce like that and write like that and sing like that and make videos like that and dance like that and dress like that, like, or David Bowie, or like, there's so many, right, that they are so good. But when I'm doing my job, because it can be so overwhelming, the dimension of it, which I cannot complain about it because I really desired it. I really wanted it. I wanted to experience this. I remember when I was younger, I would be like, God, take me as far as you want. Like, push me to the limit, push me to a place where I think I cannot hold it. Like, take me there, because I really want to see myself like at that place where maybe I'm about to like crash. And because I really wanted it, I think that through years it's been building so slowly that I feel like I just focus on small things, and that's what really helps me get through the day and really helps me make a plan that maybe is a 5-year plan, but or 10-year plan, but I can still, it still can make sense every day. And I try to just, when I do something, just do one thing at a time. Like, that's maybe the thing that has really helped me still do what I do. Because otherwise I think I would have burned out. At this rhythm of things where everything goes so fast, if I focus on the dumbest shit, like just tied or untied my shoes, or if I speak to someone, I look at them in the eyes, or if I cook, I just move the spoon and I don't try to do anything else. Or if I hear music, I just hear music. And if I make a song, I just make a song. And if I make a plan on how to share that song, because then now the song is done, I'm just gonna share it, then boom, I just focus on that. But I think that I'm just human, I'm imperfect, and I live in an imperfect world. And then I just try to be closest to what's perfect, which is the divine. And I try to stay close to God as much as I can. And I try to remember to breathe. And I try to remember to pray every night before falling asleep. I always pray Un Padre Nuestro. And then I usually do it until I don't remember. I just felt asleep. I just fell asleep. And simple things help me stay in my center.
Yeah. Because also your stratospheric popularity makes you a focus of envy for some people, and I wondered how you deal with envy.
How I deal with envy? It's interesting. I've never been asked that. I think I don't give it too much attention, and I think that my beliefs can change how I live my life and how I perceive life, right? And I truly believe that I'm protected. I truly believe that there's something around me and protecting me. Every time I see a feather in the street or where I'm sitting, I know that's an angel.
Yeah.
I know that I'm protected.
That's great.
And a friend of mine one time he told me, sorry, my English is pretty ratata.
That's wonderful.
A friend one time, he said that when you see a feather, that's because an angel is close.
I
It's
heard that.
Yeah, it's nearby. And I've seen so many feathers in my life. And I know that I'm guided and I'm protected. And because that's a really strong belief I have. I know that even if somebody would tirarme mal de ojo, how do you say that in English? If they give me a bad eye.
Oh, yeah.
The bad eye, you call it? How you call it?
Dirty look, we call it.
The dirty look?
Uh-huh.
They can touch me.
Yeah.
I know that that's how protected I am.
That's very relaxing, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
And where do you start with the look?
Where do I start with a look? Where do I start with a look? Sometimes it's one piece. Sometimes maybe it's the part of my body that I want to show, that I want to share, or that I want to hide. Sometimes it's the nails that I have, the nail design that I have in my hands, that it's so, camp, that it needs that the outfit, it's completely the opposite.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be that I'm excited of shoes, which is also kind of like the case of today. I was like, I'm really excited of having these shoes in my suitcase right now. So I better just make the best of, o sea, como usarlo.
Yeah.
And I really find satisfaction in repetition. And these days I'm just trying to repeat clothes, pieces, but challenging myself on how to do it differently than how I've done it before. I've never repeat an outfit completely. I repeat pieces over and over, but I have kind of a rule of, Rosalía, if you are a creative person, you cannot repeat an outfit completely. It needs always to have a different thing in it, because that forces me to think.
Yeah.
And that forces me to really be honest on how am I feeling that day.
Yeah.
You know? And the makeup also. Sometimes it's about the makeup. I'm like, let me start today with this, and then I will build around it.
Yeah.
You see, if I want to like go crazy with like some color, I love Isamaya French.
Yes. She's wonderful.
Isamaya, she has the most amazing palettes of with her brand of shadows, and those shadows are so delicious and so
Yes.
inviting to just build everything around it.
Yeah.
You know, like basically put some like metallic green in the eye, and then what are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
Because you cannot just put any color with it. You have to like build around it. And I think that anything can be an excuse to start a look.
And how do you feel about being naked?
Oh, I love that question. That's my favorite. At home,
Really?
yes. At home, I'm always naked.
Completely naked, or do you wear something
I
to
might-
be naked?
Yeah. I might be the happiest when I'm completely naked. Maybe it's because when I was at home, when I was a kid, or when I started becoming less of a kid, that was not allowed. And I really like to do things that I'm not supposed to.
Right, yes. That's great.
Yeah, this logic of contradiction, it's been always there. But I really like being naked. It gives me a sense of like freedom and not giving a fuck. And
Yeah.
because I've always have to be so presentable or whatever, I think that when I'm at my comfort and my space and my home, I really enjoy that. But also it's something that I used to be very, tener mucho pudor. I used to be very much like I don't want to be seen naked. And these days I really don't give a fuck.
So good.
like because of my job, I have to be naked so many times in front of people that I don't know in so many situations, and it can become so like it's a thing that can be also very violent sometimes. I think I've kind of developed this detachment with the situation of being naked. And I've had kind of like decided that I don't care if somebody is seeing me naked and how they feel about how my body looks like, and if they want to look or not, if they want to think about whatever, how, if they want to judge it or not. I'm like, this is who I am. This is how God made me. And I'm going to be walking in this room full of people naked, and that's okay. As long as they are okay with it too, of course. Yeah.
And is there something that a man wears that you find always attractive in some way? I find like a khaki shirt or a denim shirt, I always am interested. For some reason, it does something to me.
Yeah. I really like when a man is capable to wear leather in an effortless way, with no effort. Because when a man wears leather with effort, or it's not worn enough, it doesn't have a story yet, or he's not comfortable with it, I can tell right away.
Yeah.
So
That's such a good description.
So I'm like, okay, if you're gonna wear leather, you gotta sell it. You better be like ready to wear it. You gotta be like sure about it. And so that's one thing. But I really like when a man just wears jeans, definitely, and a white plain t-shirt, and they look hot in it.
Yeah.
There's something beautiful about the simplicity of that, when they're not trying hard. But I also like when they wear, men and women, I find it very sexy when they wear just una camiseta con líneas. How do you say
A
it?
striped t-shirt or a
Yes,
vest.
with different colors.
Yeah.
And it can look kind of like playful and so cute, and that's so sexy for some reason. And then I really like when people don't have their hair done. When they don't have their hair done, I find it so hot, so sexy. Like, there's something about not giving a fuck that I love, and I say it while I've done my hair this morning. And I really like when somebody wears something short and they showing this part.
Oh, yes.
When you can kind of see the bone or not, and it's just showing this part of the body, because this is a very vulnerable part of the body. So whoever wears something like a crop, but not too crop, let's just say this area, that it's very hot because it's explaining something about them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and I don't like when men show their feet. I like when women does it. I found it I find it so hot, but I really I find it disgusting. I remember this friend of mine. He's maybe, such a huge artist. I would say probably one of the biggest artists in the world right now. And he came to the studio and he was like wearing these shoes that he became barefoot right away. Like, let's say, like he didn't even took like 10 minutes, 15 to warm it up and then take off his shoes. He just did it right away. And he just put his feet on the table, like this table. And I was seeing his foot. And even if he had the manicure done, his pedicure was done, I couldn't even find it not even a tiny bit attractive. Gosh. I was like, no.
That's so specific. That's so good.
I don't know, I find it so hot when you open the door or somebody opens the door of their house and they wear just socks.
Yeah.
Yes,
so
like,
cute.
like give me socks. Yes, I want to see your socks. I don't want to see your feet. I want to see the color that you chose of your socks and the texture of it and the pattern, if there's any. If you are so like, estás tan loca de llevar un pattern in your socks, and that, I don't know, like I want to see all of that because that says something about you, but I don't want to see your feet unless we are got to a point where I can see your feet. Yeah.
Because I was going to ask you, if you fancy someone and don't like something they're wearing, does it kill your attraction? So is that your answer, their feet?
Yes, I guess so. I think so. The thing that can kill my attraction the most is if I don't think that what they're wearing is honest with who they are. Because it can be whatever. Like it can be the funniest T-shirt, the ugliest T-shirt, the classiest T-shirt. It can be the most distressed, even like with stains. I don't care. Like it can be the thing with, I don't know, what somebody could consider tacky, whatever. It can be whatever. But if that's who you are and that's how you felt that morning, if that's who you are today and you're wearing that with truth, then it's the hottest thing. If you're wearing it with enough truth, not enough truth, then that's the most turn off thing ever.
Because in a way, bad clothes can be really sexy if they're worn without any kind of self-consciousness, you think?
Absolutely.
Oh, sweet. I like you even more.
Yes.
It's awful.
Yes, it's an endearing.
Yeah.
It can be so endearing.
Yeah.
It can be so like tierno. It's like a kid. Tierno, tender.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Like when you see a kid that it's just wearing that because they felt it. Then that's the most beautiful thing. And it could be maybe considered that it's not combined well enough, but you wouldn't say that to a kid, right? You wouldn't say, oh, you didn't combine that well. Why would we do that to an adult? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it made sense for an adult like that, then it made sense for them like that. And I respect that.
Because you're looking at wearing, I mean, today you're beautifully encased in black so that your vocabulary and your mind that's the focus of this experience. And but with the new record, Lux, you're looking at wearing more angelic kind of clothing and even some wings and halos and I wondered what purity means both as an aesthetic and as a moral compass. And, you know, what's the underlying kind of drive for you with that illumination and the discipline?
Oh, that's such a great question. There's I think you can find purity in any color. I think. I think that, of course, because of our tradición cultural, because of our cultural tradition, we associate pureness to white, and maybe it's because there's also so much beauty in light and in white and every color that can have light in it. But also I find a lot of pureness in a dark tone or a dark color or a dark outfit, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
Dark brown, there's a density in it, or just black. I really find so much beauty in it, and I sometimes think that we associate the color of black with negative stuff, and I really would like or just dark stuff, and I really would like that it's not like that, because I don't.
And I saw a picture of you and Patti Smith on Instagram recently, and she seems someone who's able to combine purity and resilience into her value system. And I wondered, has she been an influence on you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love Patti. I love how she's capable to have such a strong energy on stage, and so much to say. And every time I see her, she's so vibrant, and her eyes, you look at her eyes and you can see that she's experienced so much. Like there's so much, like, in those eyes, like in so much knowledge. Like I wish I could just like know everything. I could just listen to her and know everything that those eyes know, you know? Like I think that she's so generous in the way she exists, and and I love how brave she is, and I love that she wears her braids, and
I love her braids.
Yes, it's so beautiful, and I'm just fascinated by her writing and the way she spits on stage still to this day, and how passionate she is, and I just love her. She is a huge reference for me, and I think she gets to manage, at least it seems to me, I would love to know what she thinks, but she seems to handle contradiction in such a graceful way, because she's human and she lives in this world, but she still like sings about what she sings, and she cares about what she cares, and I just really love her. She's the best.
She is the best.
She really is the best.
Every
like the world
time.
needs.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
She always surprises you again and again. I've seen her so many times, and every time I learn something new about how to express things.
Yes. 100%. And the way she breaks her voice, the way she can have her voice being so gentle, yet she can like break it and make it be so like visceral.
Yeah.
It's incredible to me. I hope that when I'm 78, I have found at least half of that expression, and that I can access that.
Yeah.
At least half of how she accesses it.
Yeah, she's such a wonderful representation of femininity.
Yes.
Because she does all of it. She does the soldier and she does the girlish, and she's so pretty with her braids.
Yes.
And that when she looks shy, and then somehow her language never fails. It's always on point, and she kind of gives you courage, I find.
Yes, she has mastered I think what being a human is.
Yeah.
I think that she really is my favorite human. She really is. Like, I think, wow, Patti Smith, that a human exists. Being a human can be that. You can be all of it at the same time. You can be, as you said, like she's all of those things, and she's all of it at the same time with so much truth. And so I think that at the end of the day, she just exudes freedom.
Yeah.
There's so much freedom and irreverence in her, and I admire that so much.
Well, thank you so much, Rosalía, for
Thanks to
being
you.
on Fashion Neurosis.
Anytime.
I've had so much pleasure
Igual.
talking together and
Igual.
watching you, so thank you so much.
Igualmente. I hope that we have more opportunities to share together.
I would love that.
Yeah, because this was very, very sweet. Very nice.
Support for Fashion Neurosis comes from Neiman Marcus. Our favourite holiday fables are full of fantasy and magic, and the same can be said for our favourite wardrobe pieces. So this holiday season you can bestow a bit of that magic to the special people in your life with exceptional gifts from Neiman Marcus. From elegant stocking stuffers to statement bags made for celebration to their legendary list of fantasy gifts, Neiman Marcus has something extraordinary for everyone, and their style advisors can guide you, making the search for the perfect gift at every price point totally effortless. Head to Neiman Marcus for a truly unforgettable holiday.